Dr. Roy, our Chief Medical Director, to deliver the inaugural speech and inaugurate the program.
Distinguished Dr. Pingle, Honorary President of IIOH West Bengal, Dr. Shikdar, Honorary Secretary of IIOH, Dr. Shudip Gupta, all the distinguished members of IIOH, colleagues from the Central Hospital and Southeastern Railway. I was very apprehensive when Dr. Shah asked me to be a part of this interesting deliberation that is about to take place, because basically the name itself is quite not very familiar with us ordinary medical graduates. The reasons I think the stalwarts from IIOH can explain. Somewhere through the last few decades, some people who should have not done what they should have done, have not apprised the industry, neither the healthcare providers, of the significance of occupational health. And I would thank Dr. Saha that he has rightfully chosen this deliberation in the biggest industry of the country, which employs around 14 lakh people. We have hazards as far as workplace are concerned, having manufacturing units, having workshops where maintenance is done, overhauling is done, and also in addition to that, we have track maintenance, we have bridge maintenance, with all sorts of hazards which the employees have to face day in and day out. The thousands and thousands of kilometers of track that the Indian Railway runs on is till today maintained by the lonely trackman who trudges along the path almost every other day to see that they are in order. The hazards are not only mechanical or industrial, there are natural hazards also, because not all these tracks run through cities. In addition to that, there is a very big segment of railway employees who are exposed to a different kind of occupational hazard, and that is who were earlier called drivers are presently called pilots, the loco pilots, who run these not so fast, little fast, and the super fast trains all over the country. They may be hauling goods and freight, or hauling VIP passengers who do not want to travel by air. If you happen to sit on the cab, that will be sophisticated being given to the space where the driver or the loco pilot and the assistant loco pilot accommodate themselves on the train, you will realize the experience of running on those metal lines by the locomotive at speeds which present day goes around 100 or plus 100. The continuous hours of work by these two human beings at the cab, if you really experience traveling at least even for 1 hour from one station to the other, you will realize the amount of psychosomatic stress they undergo while they are undertaking this duty. On top of that, this is one sector why I am mentioning is presently the Indian Railways has woken up to the fact that the safety of the passengers and the railways is based on the proper output of these people who are running the locos. And hence certain directives have come out, which I think you will also appreciate. Directives being very simple, of course it will take time to be implemented, of air-conditioned cabs for the locos. For, please don't laugh, for toilets in the locos. You cannot imagine the non-stopping trains which go unstopped for more than 6 hours or 8 hours, where inside the passenger area you may be frequenting the toilet at least once or twice. The unfortunate loco pilot and the assistant loco pilot does not have the privilege of a toilet inside their cab or on the engine. They have also devised methods, some places they have implemented, in having the resting facilities of these loco pilots and assistant loco pilots once they are off duty. Very interestingly, the places of their rest till today are called running rooms. all my colleagues from railways will, those who have been to stations will agree with me. Literally they were running rooms, they were not rest rooms. Railways trying to change the names, make them as comfortable as possible, because they have realized, the administration, that is the non-medical technical person and the administrators have realized that you have to give adequate sleep to the people who are manning those trains. So I am happy that the Indian Railways is gradually realizing the purpose of occupational health and rising up to the occasion to realize that the industry can only survive where you provide them proper opportunities of work, safe working place. With that you can get increased output, which the world has come to understand. But we are still learning in a little way. There is also mentioned some places child labor should be stopped. I don't know when we'll see that day, when we lecture on child labor and ask Chotu get me a child. All of you are aware of that advertisement which comes on television. I am really proud to be a part of this event today. And I must thank Dr. Saha and all the officials of Indian Association of Occupational Health, and especially Dr. Pingley, who's come all the way from Bengaluru to be here with us. And I would suggest to Dr. Saha that we have this sort of interactions more, not only with us, the doctors of the Indian Railways, but also of the technical personnel who are running the workshops, who are running the loco pilots, who are running the production units, to make them more aware. Most of these things are supposed to be implemented in our workshops, but the monitoring, the awareness, all these things have to be again rekindled. The spark is there. We have to again rekindle it to make it a real reality. Wishing you a very successful deliberation, and I am sure that we will also benefit from your deliberations. Thank you, Mr.